Hello, hello, my friends. Another dedicated candle review for you today. We're going to be talking about Kringle Candle Pumpkin Waffles. Now, this fragrance is not new to Kringle. In fact, I believe that this is one of the fragrances that was released in maybe the 2023 fall lineup. I'm thinking that that was the year that this was released, possibly 2022, but for whatever reason, my mind is saying 2023. I initially purchased a daylight of this fragrance when it was released. And then earlier this year, I would say it was earlier in the summer when Kringle was running a buy one, get one sale, I threw this one into my cart just based off of the daylight. So let's go ahead and talk about this fragrance because, yeah, there were some reasons why I was kind of skeptical and I only bought it in a daylight to begin with. And we're just going to talk about this fragrance because, spoiler alert, I love this candle. So this candle that I'm reviewing for you guys is one of their standard 2-wick large tumblers. At the last time that I checked the Kringle website, I don't believe that this one is available in the medium anymore, but this is still available in the large 2-wick. As of the time that I'm filming this video, they have not yet released this fragrance in a 4-wick. I know a lot of people are clamoring for that, but I also believe that this fragrance is available in the daylight and the wax melt. So this specific candle retails for $31, but again, at the time that I'm filming this video, they are running like a fall sale. I believe that the candle's about 30% off right now. So let's go ahead and talk about the fragrance notes on this one. Top notes of brown sugar, toasted waffles, and cinnamon. Mid notes of pumpkin spice, maple syrup, and creamy butter. Base notes of warm woods accord and amber vanilla accord. This specific candle that I'm reviewing has a pour date of August 8th, 2024. So this one was poured more than a year ago now at this point. So the reason why I initially purchased this candle in a daylight, if you happen to have caught my candle chat video that I did over the weekend, I mentioned that this fragrance, I was very curious to see how it would compare to a very popular fragrance at Bath & Body Works, which is their Pumpkin Pecan Waffles. Now, my family really enjoys that fragrance, and that candle, I actually like it a lot on cold, the Bath & Body Works version I'm referring to. But when that candle is burning, something about it takes a turn for me where it becomes almost too much. It becomes cloying for me. So I decided that I was going to go ahead and try this fragrance out initially in a daylight and then see how it compared. And I'm very happy to tell you guys that for me personally, I think that this fragrance is done a little bit better than the Bath & Body Works because it's lacking that element that whatever Bath & Body Works has in their fragrance blend that gives it kind of it almost feels like it's too much for me. Some people also say that they get kind of like a scorched note, and I would agree with that. You guys know that fragrance note sometimes comes out with Kringle candles, particularly in their fragrances that are like vanilla-based gourmands for me, or like a nut-based gourmand. But because this one does not have any kind of nuts in the fragrance notes here, I think that Kringle has avoided that scorched note that, again, I think some people pick up in the Bath & Body Works fragrance. Now, I will say, if you are a fan of the Bath & Body Works fragrance, but maybe you are switching over to burning soy wax, or maybe you like the Kringle design aesthetic or whatever, if you're wanting a version of that candle in Kringle, this is going to be your closest match. I would say that this is a sister fragrance, again, just because you have the slight difference where you're not getting that nutty note in there. But for me personally, I am loving this fragrance. You get that warm, freshly like I was going to say baked, but like it's not baked. Like when you're putting waffles in a waffle iron, that fresh, warm, kind of crispy note that comes out. You definitely get a little bit of maple syrup that lends to the sweetness, but again, it's not overly sweet and cloying. It's a great fragrance, you guys. The brown sugar, the cinnamon, this one is just done very, very well. For me personally, I absolutely love it. Now, if you do want to have like a pecan or a nutty element with it, currently I am actually burning this fragrance with praline pecan from Homeworks. I like that blend very, very well. Now, Kringle does have in their country candle lineup, they have a pecan fragrance. I'm drawing a blank on it right now, or it's like praline buttercream. Now, I personally didn't like that fragrance because it came off a little bit scorched to my nose. But if you have that one in your collection and you love it, I think that it actually would probably pair nicely with this pumpkin waffles. This fragrance is just, it's done very well. It's a good like breakfast gourmand. It's very cozy. I personally prefer to burn this during the fall months. But I know that some of you who maybe aren't too picky about your seasonal fragrances, this would just be a great gourmand fragrance to burn during the colder months. You know, starting now, well, if the weather actually got colder here. It's still pretty warm where I live here in Arizona, but I know for a lot of the country it's starting to cool down a little bit, and this is just a nice cozy fragrance for cooler mornings. Let's go ahead and talk about the performance of this candle. So I am at about the halfway mark. Sorry, you guys, my chair scooching back there. So you can see the flames on this candle are very clean. I'm not getting a lot of soot. This one has just a really nice, the wicks are not overly aggressive. There's no soot going on. Nice deep wax pool. Go ahead and going to turn this around here. Please forgive my children just came home from running an errand. I was trying to get this done before they got home. So if you see them kind of wandering in and out of the background, but you can see there the flames are nice flames. The wicks, I'm not having any issues with them. Strength and throw on this candle, I would say, is a good solid 8. I would say anywhere between a 7.5 and an 8. And honestly, you guys, I think that that's perfectly done. Part of the reason why I am wondering if they have not come out with this one in a 4-wick yet is that they might be running into the issue that because this one performed so well in the 2-wick format, if they were to try to put this in a 4-wick and you add an additional two wicks, which are 2 additional flames, which means the wax gets even hotter. I am wondering if they're worrying if that will change the fragrance, you know, like when it is burning with 4 wicks as opposed to 2, because with 2 wicks, the fragrance is just perfect to me. I feel like if this one were any stronger, personally, it might get to that borderline cloying. You know, that part where it might just be a little bit too strong for some people. So this one in the 2-wick format is perfect for me. It performs quite well out in the open concept. It's definitely noticeable, but if I want it to be like a little bit stronger, I can burn it in one of the closed concept bedrooms and it definitely carries throughout. I know that personally, you guys, this isn't really a fragrance that I think of as being a bedroom scent. This is definitely one that I enjoy out more in my living areas or in my kitchen. But you know, everybody's different in where they like to burn their candles. But the 2-wick here, you guys, will be just fine if you live in a home that has closed concept or you're in an apartment. It's going to be quite strong for you in those settings. But even I would say if you have an open concept and you're really only wanting it to fill up maybe one of the large rooms in an open concept, I think it's definitely still going to be detectable. So overall, you guys, this candle does get 2 thumbs up for me. This is a fragrance that I definitely see myself putting into my every fall. Like this is going to become a staple in my fall lineup. It's just a great fragrance. My family really enjoys it. And overall, it's a good one. So let me know in the comment section down below if this is one of your favorite fragrances. I know a lot of the gourmand lovers in the Kringle group really, really like this fragrance. But yeah, I would always be curious to hear what your thoughts are, not only on the fragrance, but also how it has burned and performed in your space. So like I said, this candle is available on the Kringle website. When it is on sale, you guys, you can't stack my affiliate discount code to get additional savings. I think it might be able to save, like if you're purchasing the route protection or something like that, they'll apply it to that. But otherwise, you guys, if this candle is not on sale and you are wanting to purchase it, maybe you're picking up some other candles that are, and you're wanting to save money on shipping, I do have an affiliate discount code with Kringle. It is Katie15. It will save you 15% off of your purchase with them. But yeah, I really like this candle, and I can definitely see myself getting some backups probably when the season is over to have again to burn next year. So anyways, y'all, please hit the thumbs up button if you found this review helpful. Consider subscribing to my channel if you are new. I'll have a couple of more reviews for you guys this week. I know over the last week it was pretty Kringle heavy, and it just happened to be that this is the candle that I have like halfway burned already. So it's easy for me to go ahead and do a post burn. But coming up this week, you guys, I will have some reviews on some Homeworks candles as well as a sniff candle to share with you guys. So I'm trying to switch it up and get a little bit more variety this week after that big Kringle launch that happened last week. So, all right, you guys, I'm starting to ramble. That means it's time for me to go. I do want to say thank you so very, very much for spending your time here with me today. And until my next one, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.